Everything that you're about to hear is true. The gaps in the story were not put there by us. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Airing of Grievances. My name is Eric, that is Rob, and as always, it's a privilege to have you join us. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. If you are watching this during the premiere, that is Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. in the Mountain Standard Time, then you can chat with us, and we will be chatting live back with you. If you're watching it at any other time, don't forget to drop a comment. We always love that. All right, Rob, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you. My dear friends, thanks again for tuning in.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you for all the love you shared with my beautiful bride last week.
She knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, appreciate that very, very much. You know, we're going to continue on with what you promised last week that I was going to come and talk about. You know,
all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
We got a post-repair inspection, right?
Yeah.
And for those of you who are not familiar with that phrase, that basically means that a vehicle was repaired, I'm going to use air quotes for that, somewhere else. And for whatever reason, they were not, the owner was not satisfied with the repair, and they brought it to us to put our eyes on it.
A second opinion.
Yeah.
A second opinion.
And this is where we start. Tell us a little bit about the vehicle.
We're going to be looking at a very, very nice 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Okay.
L.
L means...
long, I guess.
Long, okay.
Very, very nice vehicle. And this gentleman was unfortunate. He was involved in an accident. He actually rear-ended what looks to be like a tow truck. And so we'll throw up the picture of the car at the scene.
Yeah, there it is.
And it punched him in the nose pretty good.
Yeah, I see a little buckle.
And while, you know, to somebody that's not used to looking at these types of pictures, there's a lot of damage going on behind there.
Okay.
It's a lot of plastic, and it just crunched everything, what you can see, and a bunch of stuff behind there as well.
I see.
So he called, I think it was like a Friday afternoon, and said, you know, I did all my research, I found you, can you look at my Jeep for me?
Yeah.
I have concerns on how it was repaired. And I said, yeah, come on down.
Okay.
Let's get a quick peek at it, and let's talk it through and figure out what next steps are necessary if that's the case. So he brought it down, and this is what it looked like.
This is post-repair.
Yep. It's been repaired.
Yeah.
And doesn't look too bad.
By this time, when Rob says it doesn't look too bad, we should break out the zoom.
Yeah. Well, you can see there's a little bit of a color difference, but put that aside. Put that on a shelf over there.
Okay.
But if you can zoom in, you can see that the hood doesn't line up just so.
It does look a little buckled.
Yeah. And I'm going to move to the next picture. This is what brought the guest to take a closer look at this vehicle.
Oh, okay.
That little crack.
That little crack in the silver there.
In the molding.
Yeah.
That he just picked up his car. And that little crack. Why would they deliver me a car with a cracked molding?
That's a great question.
And from there, he said, let me just look a little further. He saw some of the gap issues, and he just said stop, and he started doing his research on where he could find some help.
When you're talking about gap issues, you're talking about the spacing between the panels.
Yes, yes,
okay.
like we showed in the hood.
Yeah.
And actually that picture doesn't quite do it justice. We'll get to that.
We've got plenty of pictures for you folks.
But I'm looking around and I noticed this large gap between the fender and the headlight. And it looks like somebody's attempted to do some body work in there, really not very refined.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that gap, and the gap is the same on the other side. And I'm like, that does not look right to me.
Huh.
That does. And he also complained about his hood fluttering. So now I'm looking for, where can maybe wind be getting in there to make the hood flutter as he's driving.
Oh, while he's driving?
While he's driving.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at that and I'm saying, I don't know about that. We're going to, have to do some more looking into it. So
Yep.
we set him up for an appointment. But in between us getting him in to take a closer look at this,
Yep.
and that day, he decided that he's going to go and find an identical vehicle and take a look at it himself. So he went down to a dealership.
This is right out of the playbook of things you should consider doing
Yeah.
if ever you feel like you've been hard done by.
Yeah. We agreed that those gaps didn't look like they ought to.
Sure.
But I wasn't really absolutely sure. And he took it upon himself to go down to a dealer, found the same vehicle,
Yep.
just a different color.
Uh-huh.
And so there are the two vehicles next to each other.
Right.
And then he decided to take a look at the gaps.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
And-
that's side by side right there. That's the passenger side.
That's the passenger side, and you'll notice how the headlight fits into the fender not so well on his. And the hood gap, it almost looks like the hood is enclosed all the way.
It really does,
And the gap is real wide.
which might cause the flutter.
Any of these things, whenever you do a post-repair inspection, you're working backwards.
Of course.
The vehicle's been repaired. Now you're trying to figure out, why am I seeing the things that I'm seeing? What's causing it?
Yeah.
And this one was actually tough.
Yeah. If your car is broken after it's repaired, it's time to call in Sherlock Holmes or
Get a second opinion.
Robert Grieve.
And then he took a shot at the other side, and again, it's
It's night and day.
might fall under cattywampus. So while it was still in the parking lot and I was looking at it that day,
Yep.
I looked underneath the vehicle and I'm seeing stuff hanging down,
Yeah.
which is not supposed to be hanging down.
Okay.
So I get another vantage point at it, and it looks like we've forgotten to bolt it back in.
Yeah. Is that like a shroud of some sort?
That's a wheel liner
Okay.
getting attached to some engine shields,
I see.
and there's engine shields actually missing. Not there.
That can't be good.
No, that's definitely not good. We got them in.
Yeah.
Got it up on a lift because we're trying to figure out what's going on underneath the car.
Okay.
And I see that the bumper, the bottom of the bumper, is not attached with not even one bolt.
Yeah. All those clip
All
containers,
those clips, you see the three of them going across, there's more of them.
no bolts.
And this lower piece here should be bolted, sandwiched together.
Yep.
So there's a whole bunch of hardware that's not there. This car's fixed. This is the way the vehicle was delivered. More of stuff just
Yep.
hanging down,
Missing bolts. And that's,
missing bolts and loose bolts.
yeah, that's not even screwed in.
It's not even screwed in all the way.
I guess we could call that screwed up.
Yeah, well, it's screwed somewhere. And then this is looking at the lower part of the bumper, and you can see these square holes and this big opening.
Yeah.
That's where other shields should be attached to it.
I know those shields well. I
And-
find the curb sometimes with my
Yes,
shields.
Yeah, that happens. So I'm wondering, why aren't they there? Maybe they weren't there originally.
Let's take a look at the picture.
So I look at the pictures from the accident scene.
Right.
And lo and behold,
There
there
they
they
are.
are.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know, weren't reinstalled. I'm not sure. So, little oversight. Now we get the hood open, and we're noticing things just aren't lining up. And one of the things that popped out at me is this big black bolt over there.
The one right by the arrow.
Yeah, and I'm just so curious about that. So I look at the other side,
Oh, okay.
and you can do a side-by-side.
Yeah, there's that.
But while I'm even looking at those bolts, I'm looking at the holes aren't lined up underneath the bolts.
Clearly.
And again, it's a lot of little things in this particular. There's not one big thing going on. It's little problems all over the
Yeah.
place.
But even the bolts look different.
The bolts clearly are different.
One is huge, and the other is less huge.
Well, I mean, that big bolt looks like it belongs in the frame or something, or a tow hook or something.
Yeah.
Makes a big hole compared to that one.
Sure.
Okay, so I just found that to be a little odd. Now we're going to look down inside the engine compartment. This is a bolt that is holding the bottom of the headlight to the radiator support.
Okay.
All right, so the radiator support in this particular vehicle, and in most vehicles, everything in the front end kind of attaches to it.
Yep.
And so this is a bolt down inside, attaching the headlight to the radiator support.
All right.
Ish. Let's look at the other side.
Oh,
So,
it doesn't appear to fit the way the other one did.
no, and the other one doesn't even fit all that well, but this one is way different.
Yeah.
Not to mention, let's go back and look at this one again.
Uh-huh.
Look at that bolt
Yeah.
compared to that bolt.
Different bolt.
Different bolt.
Different head.
Yeah.
And it appears that there's a different washer size, but I could be wrong about that.
So now we're looking at this vehicle. We're looking at these gap issues and what could be causing these issues. Is it mismatched bolts that are holding everything together? Is there some structural issues? We're still investigating.
Okay.
But these types of things, and I'm not even showing you all the pictures just because there's so many of them and there's little bits everywhere
Of course.
of telltale signs of this car's not fixed.
Right.
So if we look from the bottom,
What am I looking at?
that's the same bolt,
That's that big long bolt?
that big long bolt that clearly is crooked, and these two things should be sandwiched together. It's not even in all the way.
Wow.
So now the question is it even the right bolt? Because that's longer than...
Yeah,
it's very strange to me.
it looks strange to me, and I don't do this every day.
Right. And so if you were to take that bolt and tighten it all the way, because it's not tightened all the way,
Right.
to close that gap so it's seated properly, you would probably break the back of the headlight off. So something's still amiss.
Yep.
And it could be that the radiator support they put in was an aftermarket, non-Jeep radiator support.
Can you believe that?
And when you put something in, like you're making a cake, and you go to grab your flour, there's not enough flour. So, salt is white. Let's use salt instead. I don't think the cake's going to come out just the way it's supposed to.
I think that's a great analogy.
And so anyway, now we have mismatched bolts, potentially wrong bolts,
Yep.
an aftermarket support And so which one of these, if not all of them, are creating these gap issues?
Sure.
We just keep continuing to look. So this is looking at the radiator support. So those two bolts are holding in the radiator support.
The two bolts on the top there.
With the green marks.
Yep.
But I'd like you to zoom into this if you could.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you a better shot of these.
All right.
But look at this one up here, how it's not exactly where it looks like it should be.
Yeah, it looks like there's been some play there.
Yeah, there's been some movement there.
Mm-hmm.
And this behind here, they just sanded it. They didn't even paint it.
That little gray spot.
Yeah, that's all metal that this bolt is attaching to that.
So
And
that becomes a corrosion issue.
Oh, heavens, yes. It's just sanded. It's not primed. It's not painted. It's not anything. So let's look a little closer.
All right.
And you can see that those bolts are nowhere near center.
No, they are not. They don't fit. Something's wrong.
So is it the part, the aftermarket part? Is it what it's bolted to that's the problem? We still don't know, but we're seeing lots of little things.
Sure.
So this is the other side.
Okay.
All right. And we'll zoom in on that one. And it's even worse.
Wow.
So we wonder why things aren't lining up.
And there's your picture that with all the proof.
Yeah, and it started with a cracked piece of chrome.
Yep.
Small. And like I said, I have many, many, many more pictures to show you. We're not going to do that for the sake of time.
Okay.
Needless to say, the gaps are not good, right? Look at this side.
Yeah.
I'm going to show one last thing that was discovered.
Okay.
This is the end of the frame. And that pin going through is what they call a locating pin. So the radiator support has this locating pin that goes through the hole on the end of the bracket that they replaced on both sides. They replaced this bracket and the one on the other side on the end of the frame rail.
Well, now, Rob, I'm not the brightest bulb in the knife drawer, but it appears to me, just by looking at this image, that the pin does not apparently sit in the hole properly.
Well, I don't think that's an original hole. I think it's been manipulated.
Yeah.
Like with the Dremel.
Yeah.
Let's just make it fit. And here's the other side, so you can see they didn't have to do quite as much. But you wonder why all these problems are going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's another indicator. And in the end, folks, this person went to the shop that the insurer recommended. They trusted their insurer. They trusted them vouching for the shop.
Right.
This is what they got back. So you have to be really, really careful and do your homework. And he even mentioned to me, if I just trusted them.
Yeah.
Once I did my homework, I found you, and I wish I had brought it to you to begin with.
We got here as soon as we could.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you know, when you use an in-network as opposed to out-of-network, we would be out-of-network because we don't have any contract with any insurance companies.
Which works to your advantage because we represent you.
We're working for you.
That's it.
And these people are clearly working for the insurer and not even very well.
Yeah.
And so you want to, you know, they've recommended this shop. You would think that they have done their due diligence to make sure the shop's going to do the right work and all. Look at all of that stuff.
Yep.
There's zero craftsmanship. zero craftsmanship in this thing. The insurance company totaled the vehicle.
Oh,
So now
Wow.
he's got to go buy another vehicle.
zero craftsmanship, lots of creativity,
Yep.
and in the end, a total loss.
Totaled again.
Wow.
So that's what I have for this week. I don't know what to tell you. I got another one. Actually, I have 2 more scheduled for next week that are coming in to have us take a peek at stuff that they're not happy with.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it's a little thing, we'll just point it out and have you go back to the shop. But again, there's so many different things wrong with this. I couldn't even predict where we were going to go with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I got for today.
Well, thank you for bringing it. I am grateful for it. Happy Saturday to you.
To you, my dear friends, thanks for sticking with us through this. I hope you picked up some good information. You, as a consumer, can find many of these things yourself. And if you have questions, we're here to help.
Always. Thanks again, folks.
God bless. Have an amazing week. See you next week.